Nagbabalik po tayo sa Usapang Bayan at kasama pa rin natin ang environmentalist na si Ana Varona. Ana, you know, when I was much younger, back in the 70s, my father, I lived, of course, with my father, and his house was just across Rojas Boulevard. No? And Rojas Boulevard then was not yet reclaimed, or at least most of it was not reclaimed. And I could just literally cross the street, and there was a beach. I could take my dog for a swim, including myself, and I would still see fish in the water in Manila Bay. But sad to say now, I don't think that's the case, no, because I believe that you know, big cities, for example, like Honolulu in Hawaii, you can see how well the beaches have been maintained in spite of the highly urbanized setting, no? Can you make some suggestions on what we can do to try to help save Manila Bay and turn it back to its, pristine destination?
First, I think the garbage, and then move the development out of the city. Because there are too many vertical developments already now. Siyempre, 25-floor condominiums equals to how many thousands of garbage, diba? Maybe we have to rethink, the LGUs have to rethink the development there. We're overcrowding Manila.
But I mean to say, assuming you were able to do all of that, can you still clean up the water there? How do you go about cleaning up the water and making it more habitable for fish and other marine life?
Ay, nako, that's a very hard question, George, kasi that would all depend on the local government talaga. Initiative starts from the leadership.
But it is possible.
I think it would be possible because they already, like, for instance, Pasig River, they're able to clean the top na. I mean, you know, but
Are there fish in Pasig River now?
There's a lot of fish in Pasig River. It's kind of scary, actually, because I had a shoot there once and they were just all there. Parang ang daming catfish, daming hito, tsaka tilapia.
I see.
And they're big. So people fish there. I don't know if it's recommended to eat it, but people go fishing there. There are people with their fishing rods and they wait for fish to bite.
Well, I think Anna has one more film clip to show us, and this will be a big difference from what we see in Manila Bay.
Yeah, very big difference. Kasi this is all about the unexplored areas in the Philippines. We have so many caves, underwater caves in the Philippines, and the Filipino cave divers did this exploration last year for 6 months. They went all over the Philippines checking out the underwater resources. Because where do we get our fresh water? Diba? So they went around, and during one of the trips, there was a training for the cave divers, and they all went to El Nido Paglugaban Cave, one of the most beautiful dive sites I've ever seen. And there you can actually see also where responsible tourism can be because they were all trained to dive properly.
Shall we show the film clip now, please?
Sure, yes.
take care of it. So, napakaganda naman nun. Ana, nakakatakot. Pero parang gusto kong i-dive yan. You know, as our station manager was saying, maybe that's something that we can shoot for as one of the new wonders in the Philippines, no?
Yes, it's one of the most beautiful dive sites I've seen in the country, and I've been to a lot naman. But caves have a different kind of character.
Yeah, but you do need a special license to dive, no?
You-
Even if you're a scuba diver, you need to have advanced at least a special training.
for that.
Oo.
Overhead protocols, cave training, and not very many instructors can actually offer here in the country.
And you were saying that people have actually died in that
Yes,
cave? Yeah.
for a while there, the cave was closed because there were about 3 casualties out of 5, I think, something like that. Yeah, the Japanese, they didn't have the proper training. They went in, and when you go into a cave, it's actually crucial. This is explained to me according to Mr. Alex Santos. He's the father of tech diving in the Philippines. He said that you have to check the tides, because if you're going out of the cave and the tides go against you, you won't be able to get out. Diba? And I think that's what happened with them.
Well, I just wanted to ask a little bit about the environmental thrust of this administration, the new administration. What can you say about the environmental policies under the Duterte administration?
Well, you have DNR Secretary Gina Lopez, and her heart's in the right place. She's very passionate about what she's doing and protecting the environment. In fact, she butted heads with a lot of people, di ba? But tama yung puso niya eh. Tama yung puso niya. Alam niya she knows what she's doing. She's been doing this for more than a decade, di ba? So, I'm confident that she will be able to move the country forward with regards to protection of the environment. In fact, yung sister niya, si Roberta Lopez Feliciano, she's the chairman of the Sea Institute, which is science, education, and awareness that will protect the Verde Island Passage from overfishing, from dumping of garbage, from overpollution, from bad diving practices, yun.
Well, very quickly, no, with the West Philippine Sea dispute, no, and the various reclamation work that has been done there by China, what can you say about that?
It's very sad because the Scarborough Shoal, West Philippine Seas, it's a very rich source of tourism and natural resources, diba? And having China claim that it's theirs and then dumping, where did that come from? It came from, they say it came from Zambales eh. All that soil came from somebody and just dumped it there. We already saw what happened to Manila Bay. By the time that it got reclaimed, that's when the marine
Silt.
environment, there was so much silt, and then it got bothered because the ecosystem underwater is very delicate eh. Hindi mo dapat ginugulo yan. Kaso nga lang sa West Philippine Sea, nilagyan na nila ng artificial island doon. Di ano na nangyari doon sa mga...
Tinubunan nilang coral.
Yeah, because we have to remember, no, when we go diving or we go to the ocean, hindi naman tayo may-ari ng pamamahay na yan. Kumbaga, I mean, how would you feel like if somebody went into your house and then picked you up and shook you around and everything, took pictures of you, and then would destroy the garden, the
It's more
environment.
like bulldozed your house.
Yes, the same thing with the marine environment. We are just visitors there eh. We should respect it. Dapat, di ba, bumibisita tayo sa kaibigan natin, nagtatanggal pa tayo ng sapatos. Nagpapaalam muna tayo kung pwede natin gamitin yung banyo, 'di ba? 'Di ba yung restroom nila? Tapos hindi tayo nag-insist na pakainin mo naman ako, 'di ba? Naghihintay tayo, we respect our visitors. We respect the owners of the home. But we're not doing the same with the ocean eh. Basta lang tayo pupunta doon, dive lang. Wala, there's some people who don't care. They stand on the coral, they stand on the ocean floor.
Well, we're almost at the tail end of our program, but maybe we can let you have a couple of minutes to tell them about your blog and, how they can get hold of you if they needed photography lessons.
Yeah, I also teach photography lessons, and mostly one-on-one. And you can check my blog, anavarona.com. Then you can see where I've been traveling, and lately, this past year, And you could check out my photographs there and my travel photos and some insights on the environment, on marine environment protection.
Ma'am, I just have one last question. Can you expound on the responsible tourism?
Oh, responsible tourism is actually a very challenging yet exciting thing to talk about because we are in this age where everything's so fast, no? Everything is all about quick gratification. Responsible tourism actually is all about traveling slow. You take the bus instead of bringing your car. Pag marami kayo, mag-bus ka na lang, 'di ba? Or pag mag-isa ka lang, mag-bus ka pa rin. Yeah, just to lessen the carbon emissions and our carbon footprint. Tapos, pagdating natin doon, we imbibe in the culture, we respect them. Wala silang wifi, okay lang. Huwag tayo mag-i-insist na anong klaseng lugar to, walang wifi, di ba? And then, tsaka yung kanilang pananamit, ang kanilang relihiyon, ang kanilang paniniwala, we respect it all. So, hindi natin tayo mag-i-insist na, kunwari, mahilig tayo mag-selfie. May ibang mga kultura ayaw ng ganun eh. Huwag tayo magpupumilit dahil bibisita lang tayo doon. Tapos, pati yung pagtatapon ng basura. Ang dati kasi yung Mount Pulag, more than 20 years ago, it was only one trail, but now there are two trails. And instead of it being protected, because it's supposed to be a sacred ground, no, there was a time when we would go there, we'd be like 15, 20 at the most, but now hundreds of people go there and they just dump the trash. They trample on the trail, nakakalbo yung bundok. Pati sa Sagada, ganun din ang nangyayari. Yung sa kanilang Sumaging Caves, pagpasok mo doon, parang, ang daming sobrang tao. We have to learn how to regulate the foot traffic and put a premium on our tourist sites. Hindi kailangan mura para maraming dumarating. Actually, kailangan lagyan mo ng presyo para mapoprotektahan mo yung area, mas matagal siyang nandoon para sa mga tao.
Well, we've come to the end of our program. And we've had another napakagandang diskusyon na bumabagay sa napakaganda ng Pilipinas.
Totoo.
And we should thank again our photographer and environmentalist, Miss Ana Varona. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Maaari niyo po kaming i-follow sa Twitter @GNN Usapang Bayan at sundan ang aming Facebook page. Ako po si Rach Marquez.
At ako po si George Chua. Samahan niyo po kami sa mga susunod nating talakayan dito po sa Usapang Bayan.